Hello everyone, welcome to the very first mock review of the channel. I thought it would be very appropriate to review a character who is known for being number one. This is Racer99. He of course is a reference to one of my favorite video games of all time, LEGO Racers 1999. I wanted to do my absolute best to pack in as many references from that game as possible. The Herculean task I gave myself was to pack in a reference to every track. So why don't we dive right in? And I hope you guys enjoy. The red and blues, of course, is a reference to Rocket Racer, the final boss of that game. Very infamous and very cool in the LEGO community. Depending on who you ask and depending on if they're the right age. Anyway, yeah. So I wanted to use those reds, blues, and silvers slash gray to kind of create a good base and then build off of that. So using minifigure legs, blue and red creates a nice little visor design, and then of course, we have his torso here. I didn't want to use gray for the torso or for his thighs here because I felt like that would have just clashed with the Islander head that I have here, and I think that actually turned out way better. But if you turn his body flat, you can see that these tires aren't just for show. They are for show, but they also make one huge reference to his actual car. Very similar to Transformers, where the chest is either the front of something or you can tell that he's supposed to be a car. But yeah, if you were to lay him flat, the cockpit here would look like a car cockpit. The nice pilot seat. The driver's seat. I'm doing this very early in the morning. Not that that's an excuse or anything, but anyway. Yeah. So yeah, using reds and blues here on the hands, to kind of keep that color scheme intact. And then once I got that down, the rest was somewhat pretty easy. I think to do this, I'm going to try and name every reference. And if I get some of the dates wrong, please let me know. I think we'll start off with my favorite side. Ooh. There you go, buddy. All right. The pirate and adventurer side. So we have, oh man, what was that, 1992 Lego Islander. And then we have 1999 Lego Adventurer Jungle, and then 1998 Lego Adventurers, just called Adventurers, where they were in Egypt. I have Johnny Thunder's hat there. And then we have 1989 Lego Pirate Skull connected to the shovel. That, of course, bleeding down into the magnifying glass, and then the barrel. And that is just sort of my main arm build up here. So it's adventurers and pirates, and that will lead down into 1997's Lego Fright Nights, a great Lego theme. I wish they would reboot that. It was a really cool little Lego spinoff. We have our bats here, our skull in the orb, in the pondering orb. If you watch some of the old commercials, he pops up out of it and then gives you a little jump scare. Super cute. And then of course we have our nice little Batwing. You can't have Fright Nights without a Batwing. It's the law. I don't know what to tell you. Alrighty then, let's go to the second arm here. I want to say 1996 or 1997 castle reference. They use Lion Knights reference. They used a lot of blue roofs in those models. And then we have ourselves a nice little skeleton with the classic jiggly arm. I also kind of wish that they brought those back too. I do like the arms that we have, but these just had a lot of charm, and they were super cute as well. And then that goes into 1993's Ice Planet 2002. And after I took the photos of this guy, I found my old copy of the chainsaw. So that worked out pretty great. And then, of course, the rest of it is just blues and whites. And then that goes down into the insectoids slash explorians slash UFO foot leg here. And I decided I'm just gonna make the blue leg every space reference, because they pack in 3 space themes in that game. So that actually worked out quite beautifully. So we have the nice little insectoids dome right there. And then this piece is usually used, it's hard to see there. This piece is usually used, or was used in some of the what was it? Was it Aquazone? It was before Aquazone, I think. Was some of the underwater sets at the time, but in the parts, no, I'm sorry, Spirius, yes, and also some of the submarines, but yes, yeah, we have a nice little Spirius reference here. This is in the game if you go into the part selection page. So for those in the know, there is a Spirius reference in here. Let's see here, and then we'll move on to the back. I did want to pack in some references to the power-ups, of course. I did have a thing in some of my photos where you could see him with missiles shooting out of his hands, and then his other hand would be shielded. In the game, if you get a blue brick and then you get a bunch of whites plus a red, you can get missiles. Those are of course references there. And then I have this little Pharaoh guy to when you get what was it? It was 2 yellows and then 2 whites, I believe, bricks, to where you can drop a little Pharaoh mummy guy, and then if you run over it, your controls reverse, and that is the worst. But it's pretty cool just to have him floating there. And then, of course, we have his jet on the back. And everybody wants to get the jet bricks, the insane power-up bricks, which is greens and whites. If you get enough of those, you can teleport. And then if you before reaching for the teleportation, it'll just speed you up. So this guy is always rocking some green bricks to go as fast as possible. You always gotta go fast. You can never slow down. And then here we have these, the chest, and like I said before, the little insectoids dome. And these actually make for a nice kickstand. The stand here, if I were to take it off, he can stand on his own. However, I do like having it for like other poses and things. But yeah. These kick down very nicely, just like so. And that was kind of an accident. I wasn't planning on that. Let's see here. Of course, of all the times, it doesn't seem to be properly working. There we go. Not great, but when he's off of the stand, he looks a lot better. But yeah, actually, I'll show you with this one. There we are. Yeah, you can kick that down, and then if I were to take him off, he can stand on his own. And that really is the long and short of it. I don't exactly have a big story for him. I just wanted to do a massive tribute to Lego Racers 99. And yeah, he took a little while to build. Finding all the parts and pieces was a bit of a pain, but that is on me. I need to organize my stuff. But regardless, thanks for coming on by. Thanks for hanging out. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to like and subscribe. And I got some more stuff on the way for you. Have an awesome one, and never stop building. All right, bye-bye.